Day, 4th of July, 2023, here with the live show, live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Chris, it's daytime, weekday sports. Oh, man, love it.
Yeah, and quite the afternoon card as well. And it's like you can't ask for anything better. 4th of July, you'll start, like you said yesterday, it starts at 11 a.m. Eastern, goes pretty much all day, scattered starts out until 9, 10 p.m. I love it.
You know, you go through runs where it's like every break goes against you, you know?
Yeah.
And then you go through breaks where every break goes in your favor. And those are so rare that it ever happens. It always seems to go the other way. But I went 4-0 yesterday. 4 one-run games, all of them nail biters, man. And they all went my way. And that's just when things are going your way. You know, it's like, I know it's not going to last forever, but I had the Astros in that early game. And, I mean, what a game that was. That was knuckin' futz. Then we had oh man, what was the other? I mean, they were all crazy games. The Reds and the Nationals came down to the last thing. Marlins and the Nationals. The guy throws the ball over the first baseman's head, and the Marlins win the game. 3 runs in, and of course that one in Seattle last night, or it's in San Francisco last night. Whoa. Oh, man. Wow. It's like, whew. Yeah, that was a sweat fest. That's when you sweat from your toes all the way to the top of your head, including your nuts. It was there. It's like, all right, we're up 6-2, man. How did we even get here? I don't even know, but I'm here. And it's like 3-run home run. It's like 6-5. It's like, do these guys ever quit? You know? Like, nuts, man. Because, Duvall, right, the only giant all-star, and he's the one that, it just seemed he just looked flustered, man, with the runner on second base. He was just, I mean, he could not keep his eye off of him. Ends up walking, I see London, I see Pants, I see Tyler France, ends up walking him, and what happens is Colton Wong goes to bunt. He misses the ball, but the third baseman is charging in so far. The guy walks from second to third base. I mean, there's no one within 25 feet of the base. Nobody. Then you get bases juiced, and it's your only guy that makes any money on the whole team is up. Romanelli got his 3-run home run to catch his over in that Orioles-Yankees game. He's singing the Bun Bun song in through text. It's like, he even throws in, how does a dwarf bunny eat a garbage bag full of basil?
You better be suing him for copyright infringement on that one.
We all know who the fattest rabbit in Wailuku is.
I still remember. What was it? It was like, you sent me the video of you screaming the Bun Bun song. It was like, it was
the
Coastal Carolina
touchdown, the pick
Coastal
six,
Carolina.
Yeah, Coastal. The guy gets the pick 6 to backdoor cover. It was like, Bun.
Yeah. Just like I said, the message back, Mitch, calm down. You're gonna lose your voice. We don't need this.
Well, we got a game that starts really soon, so we're going to get right into it quickly. It's the Nationals taking on the Reds. We'll have plenty of time for banter. That's what we do. We're mostly banter. It's your first time ever joining us. It's mostly banter. I got news for you. We're going to tell you. There'll be picks. There'll be, we're not going to agree on everything. It's not going to be like, how come one guy says... So it's weird because on the live show, one guy can say one thing and another guy can say the other. But if somebody writes a pick article and picks one team, and someone does a video, a totally different person does a video and picks the other team, then all of a sudden it's like all hell breaks loose, right? How come one guy says, it's like on the show, right? It's like, I guess 2 different people. Could that be it?
2 different opinions? No. What?
My
You guys
favorite
aren't allowed to
YouTube
have
comment yesterday was, the public's all over the Reds, so I'm taking the Nationals. And I said, my comment back was, if you say the public's all over the Reds, I'm quadrupling my bet on the Reds. It's like, I love the YouTube comments. I love me some YouTube comments. Anyways, we got the Reds and the Nationals. Let's get this thing out before the game starts. Chris, what do you got to say?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the over here. I lean towards the Reds, but Brett Kennedy making his first start since major league start since 2018. He's got struggled to really hold on to a spot in the minors, but it's where the Reds rotation is right now. But Patrick Corbin, he was showing signs of improvement earlier this season, but still we're starting to see the old Patrick Corbin that we've come to know and love. I think this is a spot where we're going to see a ton of runs in this game. Definitely don't think either starter factors into this decision, but I think that the Reds get it done in a high scoring one. So give me the over 10, lean towards Cincinnati.
Right.
And for me, this one, I'm just going to go with the Reds. Just as you said, I don't think either of these starting pitchers equate to who gets the win in this game. But Reds 6-0 on the road. There was a team with a losing record. 5-0 after allowing 2 runs or less in the previous game. I'm going to go with the Reds here. Not overthinking it. Patrick Corbin Day. Happy July 4th. Go Reds.
I'm taking the Nationals in our nation's capital on July 4th. I think this one's pretty much a no-brainer. Kennedy is the worst pitcher in all of baseball. You can say whatever you want about Corbin. He's basically DeGrom compared to this guy. This guy is the worst pitcher in all of baseball. He is the worst. Worse than Jordan Lyles. Jordan Lyles at least could make an opening day roster. This guy has been, let's talk about 29-year-olds that have pitched 1 inning of Major League Baseball. Let's talk about it.
Okay, well, he's made 6 starts, but it was, again, it was a cup of coffee. 6.
How many innings total has he pitched in his 29 years?
26 and 2/3.
Yeah. And look at the teams that he was on, right, that let him go. Teams starving for pitching. Red Sox, Padres. Have you seen Morahone pitch recently? These are not teams with good pitching staffs, the Red Sox wheeled out Matt Barnes as a closer last year. Seriously, they did. I saw it.
The audacity.
The audacity. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm really not sure. I don't understand it. It's just wrong on so many levels. Yet he's favored here on the road, but the bettors are catching up with this one in a hurry, man. This one on the move. This is what you call the Reds. The Reds must have some serious problems. We don't got Louis Cessa to kick around anymore. Love me some Cessa. Go to New York where the Yankees are taking on the Orioles. Rod, what do you think of this one? Clark Schmidt, he eats poop up against another guy who pretty much eats poop, and that is Kyle Gibson, who had one good half the season a long time ago. That's pretty much his story, right? It's kind of like Gal's. Yeah. It's like he had one season that he was reasonable a long time ago.
A long time ago, but he's still hanging in there. He's found his little groove. I still get a pinch in the rotation. I may be awful. Gibson 0-2 in his last 3 with sporting an over 9 ERA. Is Gibson, and you look at Schmidt on the other side. He hasn't got any wins to equate for all that pitching he's been doing, but he's actually been pitching not bad over his last 3. He just hasn't got the run support in those games. So for me in this one, I'm going to go with the Yankees here. I think they beat up on Gibson in this one. I don't think either of these pitchers equate who gets the win, but I think the Yankees have the bigger lead when it throws it to the bullpen. And whose bullpen's been better? The Yankees' bullpen's been better over the last 10 games. Pitching way better than what Baltimore is. So give me the Yankees here.
I was at a game on July 4th in Yankee Stadium a long time ago. It was July 4th, I believe it was 83. July 4th, 1983. Yankees Red Sox. Dave Rigetti threw a no-hitter.
Wow, nice.
It was awesome, man. It was one of the best no-hitters that you'll ever see. And it was only one runner reached base. He was one runner away from a perfect game. And it was the first no-hitter at the stadium since Don Larson's perfect game in the World Series. So people were going nuts. I mean, it was like people were going crazy. So they're at the last batter. So it's the Red Sox order is cycled around. So who bats first on that Red Sox team? Chris, who bats first on that Red Sox team in '83?
Oh boy, I'm trying to rack my brain this.
Well, let's just say one of the greatest hitters of all time, Wade Boggs, is their leadoff hitter. Okay, Wade Boggs is the freaking last guy between Rags and a no hitter. Strikes him out on 3 pitches. That's it. It was like, I mean, you want to talk about the he struck out Wade Boggs on 3 pitches. I bet you that's the only time Wade Boggs struck out on 3 pitches in his entire career. It was just like the adrenaline was going. It was sold out Yankee Stadium, July 4th in New York. It's like, whoa. Yeah. Those were the days. Anyways. Who's pitching today? Schmidt. Clark Schmidt joins Rags. No hitter. That was awesome. Chris, you're up.
Yeah, I think it was initially leaning towards the Orioles in this video, but that was before the Orioles kind of gave it away yesterday. So, yeah, I'm going to lean towards the Yankees, but not when I'm rushing to bet, that's for sure.
I Googled this. It says Dave Rigetti's no-hitter was the most American thing ever. Man, Rigetti. So Rags struck out in a minor league game once, 21 batters. It's like, yeah, serious stuff, man. It's like, can you imagine, like, in today's baseball, like, Rags comes up to his first time, he's like, struck out 21 in a AAA game. He struck out 7 of the first 9 Boston batters. It was 94 degrees. Billy was the manager. Dave Winfield, Roy Smalley, Ken Griffey was playing. Senior Griffey. Man. Oh, here it is. The show. Here's the video of him striking out Boggs. I've never seen this since I was at the game. There's a YouTube video of it. There's the last out of the no-hitter. I mean, it was crazy. I gotta post this in the comments. Frickin' Boggs standing there. Oh my God! He hit him with a sinker on the last pitch. Boggs was swung right through it.
Right through it. Woof.
It's like, that was. I never had a better $14 beer in my life. Anyways, then let's go to the next game. I'm up first. Oh, it's the Marlins against the Cardinals, Chris. It's your turn, man. Today's your day. Get to sing the song.
I didn't rehearse my lines, so
Don't tug on Superman's cape. Don't spit in the wind. Don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with.
Jesus Luzardo.
That's right. Jesus Luzardo and the Marlins up against Adam Wainwright. Knock, knock. I'm telling you, this guy, if you watch the local broadcasts of the Marlins on your, DirecTV or whatever baseball plan you have, Jesus is doing all the commercials and everything for Marlins. This guy is a superhero. He is up here against Wainwright and getting the notoriety he deserves as a 180 favorite against the Cardinals. Chris, knock knock.
Who's there?
Jesus.
Jesus who?
Jesus Luzardo's going to kick the crap out of the Cardinals today. I like the Marlins in this one. I love the way that they're playing baseball. I thought last night's game, this is a good team. This is not like a fluky thing or whatever. This is a good team. They're not going to win in the playoffs. They're not good enough. But their only chance in the playoffs to get into some low-scoring games. But you have to remember that the Marlins, I believe, were the team that was no hit by Roy Halladay in the playoffs, and I think they have that type of team this year that they could possibly be no hit by Halladay. What do you think, Chris, about our friend, our hero, the official pitcher of Pick Dogs? Knock knock.
Yeah. Well, needless to say, I've learned my lesson. I'm not straying here. I'm gonna go with knock knock, and I'm gonna go with the Marlins here. It's just Adam Wainwright's been terrible this season. He has allowed less than 3 runs in a start this season. The Cardinals just continue to find ways to disappoint, and the Marlins, I'm not saying they're playing with house money right now, but they just, they're playing loose, and they're just, they don't. It just looks like there's no pressure on this team. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Marlins here to get it done.
Rod.
I agree. Got to go with the Marlins here. You look at the Cardinals, 2-6 in their last 8 versus left-handed starting pitcher. Well, the Marlins on their side of that, 14-3 in their last 17 at home versus a right-handed starter, just playing the way better ball. I think Wainwright's going to get rocked in this one. Take the Yerfie. I think he gets touched early.
I don't know who's touching who, but that's a different show. Not on this channel. I think we're the first ones to jump on that Jesus Luzardo bandwagon. I think I might have been a little early to the party on Jesus. Got the Red Sox against the Rangers. Brennan Bernardino. Wasn't he in Saturday Night Fever? Wasn't he one of... what was he? Welcome Back, Kotter, one of those. It's like, yo, Bernie Bernardino from Bensonhurst. I know him. I've been to his house for Sunday dinner. His mom makes a nice lasagna, too. She makes me a vegetable salad. Can I get a little more sauce on that? That's what the vat is. It's like, that's what I've been up since 2 o'clock in the morning doing. What do you think? Yep.
Oh, man.
Dane Dunning on the mound for the Rangers. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the Rangers here. They try to get the bad taste out of their mouths after that disappointing finish to yesterday's game against the Astros. And
what about the start? What about the disappointing start? What about the grand slam?
Fair enough. I'm just saying, to do all that work to come back into that game.
I mean, they gave up 2 bombs. They gave up seven runs worth of home run. in 2 shots.
One of my favorite tweets. I was looking at it, just saw, "Hey, Martin Perez, you're a fraud." And it's just
Was that Romanelli?
no, the sauce. It was the sauce. And it was just like, I'm dying. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I guess the Martin Perez hate's going to start coming out again. But yeah, I think Texas wants to get it out of their system, and this looks to be a bullpen game for the Red Sox.
Was that Texas really wants to win? Is that what
No.
you just said?
No, it's not.
You said
No,
something
it's
like
not.
that. They really want to get it out of their system. You said it. We can rewind the tape.
We can rewind the tape. I did say they want to get it out of their system. It's different than saying they really want to win, because every team really wants to win every game, but not every team wants to get something out of their system every game. So
everyone wants to win the game. No one wants to play the game. It defies every bit of logic there is.
I'm a logic bender. What can I say? But to me, the 2 teams with struggling bullpens, but things we got to put up with the Boston bullpen and what it looks for full 9 innings today, where Dane Dunning, coming off his best start probably of the season, if not his career, against Detroit, 8 2/3 innings, 10 strikeouts. I think he can eat up a lot of innings here, 6-7 innings, and have to not turn over that Texas bullpen for very long. So, give me the Rangers in this one.
Rod.
For me, I'm going to take Boston here in this one. They've been dominant over Texas. Definitely. They beat Dunning twice last season. No problems doing it. Red Sox 8-1 in the last 9 when their opponent allows 5 runs or more in the previous game. And the bullpen, Boston's bullpen is definitely better than Texas. So Rangers 7-20 in the last 27 trips into Boston, including the last 5. I'm going to go with Boston here.
Rangers looking for a place to fall down. I'm with you, Rod. I think the Red Sox beat the crap out of them. The Rangers are to me have been one of the best fades over the past couple of weeks. I've been fading them almost every single day on my premium picks. And they're 3-7 in their last 10. Have been favored in almost all of those games. So I lost one. I lost the Eovaldi game against Houston, but I won every other game in that series. They lost 3-1 in that series to Houston. And they've been terrible at Boston. I don't know. The Red Sox are bad against like the National League teams and stuff like that, but against a team like this, they're gonna win for sure. For sure. Lock it in. Twinkies against the Royals. Chris or Rod?
Well, this one, I'm going to take the over 9. I think still be hitting and playing in this game this time tomorrow. Hit in my head has been awful. Zach Greinke has been awful. Kansas City 7-3 of the over in their last 10. I think runs come early and often in this one. Take the over 9. I think the extended. Easily get into double digits in this one. Give me the over.
I like the Twins in this one. I've taken the Royals plenty. I took them over the weekend against the Dodgers, but I didn't like them yesterday, and I don't like them today either. Kenta Maeda is really not that bad. I understand that he's not that great this year, that he's had some troubles because he's still coming back from the injury. But when Maeda's hitting his spots, I mean, this guy is a 3 ERA guy, mid-3s. And he's even better than that, when he's good. I just think last year he had the injury. This year he's coming back from the injury. I understand he's been hit pretty hard, but I think this guy at a 6.25 ERA where he's at is more likely to return to a 4, 3.8, 3.7 ERA than he is to stay at 6. I got faith in Kenta Maeda. Chris?
Yeah, I do too. I'm going to go with the Twins on the run line here. Maeda's ERA only is where it is because he's only had 6 starts this season, and one of them he gave up 10 runs in 3 innings to the Yankees when the Yankees were actually playing decent baseball. But 2 starts since returning to the rotation, 10 innings, 2 runs allowed, 12 strikeouts, just 4 walks. I think he does enough in his time, then hands it off to the bullpen. I want no part of Zach Greinke. He's getting lit up, especially on the road. ERA up over 7, and this Kansas City bullpen has been brutal this season as well. So, yeah, give me the Twins on the run line in this one.
Rod. Oh, it's next.
I take the over.
All right. It's me. Brewers against the Cubs. Cubs blew a 6-run lead yesterday. The Brewers now 6-1 against the Cubbies this season. Kyle Hendricks on the road where he's never been really much. The Brewers, not great, but first place in the East. Gonna maybe go. I'll go Yurfee, run line, Brewers, whatever, all that kind of stuff. Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Brewers as well. The Cubs can't afford to play the Pirates 162 times a year. If they did, they'd go 162-0. But they've just been struggling right now, pretty much against everybody else. And the Brewers are no different. Don't get me wrong. I don't love this Brewers team. The offense at times can be inconsistent, but they're playing the better baseball. 7-3 in their last 10, and the Cubs, just looking for a place to hide right now. So give me the Brewers in this one.
Yeah, I agree. Giving the Brewers here in this one as well. Brewers 5-0 after scoring 5 or more in the previous game. Just playing the better ball right now. You look at the Cubs, 2-9 in the last 11 on the road versus a team with a winning record. Brewers just playing much better ball here.
Chris, we got the Rays and the Phillies. It's
I'm gonna go.
Eflin and Nola.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rays in this one. I lean towards the under for a total, but I like the Rays, and so I like Zach Eflin at home. I know the run isn't going to last forever, where Eflin's dominant at Tropicana Field, but he's been at his best at home, 8-0, and ERA just over 2. And Aaron Nola, has struggled on the road, struggled with the home run ball, and reality is this Tampa Bay team still 34-10 at home this season. So I'll lean towards Tampa Bay and the under in this one.
Right.
I'm going to go with the Phillies here. When there's a 9 straight on the road, I think they make it 10 here. And Eflin's home winning streak there. I know he's 8-0 at home. Pitches his best at home. I think Nola steps it up today and pitches a solid game. And when it comes down to it late, I think the Phillies grab the win late. So we'll go with the Phillies, continue their 9-game road winning streak.
Yeah, this is about as easy as it gets. I'm going to take the Rays. I think you lay the run line. I didn't put a premium pick on this one, but I'm kicking myself for not doing it. Doesn't get any easier. Aaron Nola is a piece of crap. I mean, the Kings tried to write a song about him, couldn't even get it right. Ended up calling it Lola. They're letters short there too, and 2 letters short. And pretty much the story of his career. I've used to say F and Eflin all the time. When he was on the Phillies, but now that he's on the Rays, he's just kind of reinvented himself. But I mean, this is about as easy peasy as it gets. I mean, the Rays are, you could talk about the Phillies' 9-game road winning streak. They're still 22-23 on the road. That's the bottom line. The Tampa Bay Rays are 34-10 at home this season. They have the second best record in all of baseball. They're going to whip the crap out of the Phillies in this one. They're going to slaughter them. Aaron Nola is like a pitcher that, when he's off, when he's figured out, he can't get out of the 4th inning. And this is the type of team. Oh man, that 4th inning, you better pack a lunch, man. It's because if you say, all right, I'm gonna go to the snack bar after this inning, or I'm gonna go to the men's room after this inning, or whatever, you better be prepared to hold that shit in, because I'm telling you, he's gonna get cracked. This is about as easy as it gets. This is the one. In fact, I'm going to put it in as a premium pick. I'm going to give it out as a freebie here, and just put it in as a premium. I'll stand behind it. I'll call it a freemium pick. The only thing, do I lay the run? I'm going to lay the run line with the Rays in this thing. There, Chris, you talked me into it.
Great. Now in the back.
I do not see the Phillies angle in that game at all. 0. I just don't see anything on paper here. Is it the where do you get it from, Rod? I don't see it. please explain this to me, because the Rays have beaten the Phillies 7 in a row. You love your streaks. The Rays have beaten the Phillies 7 times in a row. And those were much better Philly teams than the Rays teams that beat them. I don't know. I don't see it. Rod, you're mystifying me on this one. I need answers. I want the truth.
Phillies 7-0 on the road versus a right-handed starter, so I think they can get that one in this one.
34-10, baby. 34-10. How many of those games were against teams that were 34-10 at Tropicana Field?
How many of those wins came right early in the season? Just like the Phillies on the road were awful at the start of the season. I remember.
How many of those wins came early in the season?
The only remember the Phillies, they couldn't win anything on the road at the start of the season. They've definitely turned their road record around. It was awful. What, they won in 20 to start the year on the road. They weren't good. The only place they could win was at home at the start of the season. And they've turned that around, and winners in 9 straight on the road. 11-1 in their last 12 on the road. I think this is going to be closer than people are thinking here.
So they swept the Cubs at Wrigley, so they're going to be able to beat the Tampa Bay Rays? Because you just said in the last game how crappy the Cubs were and how the Brewers were going to kick the shit out of them.
Yep.
So you're apples to apples, the Cubbies to the team
Cubs
with
at
the
home
second best record in
better
baseball.
than what they do on the road. You're comparing apples and oranges from a home record to a road record.
Ruffalo's like, stop talking about the health food. We don't need that.
Trying to think of something where apples and oranges.
Unless it's those candied orange slices that are just 99% sugar.
Yeah, the jelly
I don't want
ones.
to enter into this discussion. How about the chocolate orange? You ever get the chocolate orange? It's like
the cherries. Yeah, I get one every year for Christmas.
Nice. Do you just smash it into sections?
Yeah.
Or do you gently peel it?
Oh no, I do the whole whack and unwrap gimmick that they want you to do. So
it's the only way to do it.
If you don't do that, what are you doing?
What are you doing? All right, so I'm going Rays run line as a premium pick. I'm just going to put it in. It's not going to be for sale. I'll just put it in as an extra. We'll call it our Showtime premium pick. So I see minus 1.5 at plus 155. Showtime. Rod said Phillies.
It is.
I do not see it. There's nothing there that says Phillies. I don't see one thing there that says Phillies.
Pitching and throw it to the bullpen is almost a coin flip over the last 10 games. The way these bullpens have been pitching.
I mean, they beat the Cubs in that start that you're talking about on the road. But Aaron Nola got crushed, and he got crushed at Arizona too. His last 3 road starts, he got crushed in New York against the Mets. Every single time he goes on the road, he hasn't allowed less than 4 runs on the road in any of his starts. In fact, you look at all of them. Oh, my God. I'd like to lay the 2.5 on the run here. What's 2.5? I will just take the 1.5. Where are we at? I'm mystified by that pick. Who'd you pick, Chris?
Tampa.
2-0
Astros against the Rockies. That's you, Rod.
2-0 Reds already. And this one, I'm going to go with the Astros here. Well, the Rockies on the road definitely not been good. 13-29 on the road. I think the Astros and their their momentum from yesterday's big win in the 9th. I think it carries over here. And Colorado on the road is just awful. I think Houston just playing the better ball, and they continue to keep playing better ball for the Astros in that one.
Who'd you pick?
I took Houston.
All right, I'll take Houston also. I think this is another layup. I think I'm going to parlay this with the Rays. This is about as easy as it gets. The Rockies, one of the worst road teams. And as bad as they are on the road, they're not nearly as good as the Rays are at home. They're 13-29 on the road. Up against the Astros, who, in case you didn't see it yesterday, I don't think that Tucker and McCormick are ever going to get out again. I think Tucker is going to hit 500 this year.
He's
a tough out. How about Bregman? What's up with this guy? I mean, what's going on with him?
See it.
What? Froze. Chris, you frozen? No?
Oh. Totally thought you were frozen.
You were frozen.
That was a good step. I know, I was frozen, yeah. I totally froze. I heard something.
Yeah, what's up with Bregman? I mean, this guy, he can't even throw the ball to second base.
He's looking awful, isn't he?
Terrible.
Definitely
man.
not looking.
8 times he's thrown the ball into the right field this season.
Into the right field, yeah.
Yeah, 8 times in one season. We're not even at the halfway point. He's thrown the ball clear into right field.
So he's
throwing it to the second base. I know Altuve is not the biggest guy. But this guy, you've got a major league arm.
Right.
I don't know, man. It's like, why are you throwing the ball to center field?
You got an issue injury, maybe. Twingy shoulder injury that we're keeping hush-hush.
How many dogs you laying with Chestnut?
Isn't he like minus 2,000 or something?
This is one of those games where the Reds have started off scoring runs on the Nationals. In game, the Nationals, man. This Reds pitcher is the worst of the worst. He's the worst of the worst. In game, it. Where are we at?
It's on me. I'll take the Astros as well. Not the biggest fan of Brandon Belak, but for me right now, there's no back in the Colorado Rockies. Kyle Freeland, actually one pitcher that, believe it or not, struggles more away from Coors than he does playing at Coors. So the Astros continue some of that momentum from yesterday, carry over some of that offense, and get a win on the run line here. So give me the Astros.
Got the Diamondbacks against the Mets. I like the D-backs in this one. Kodai Senga, I think, has been a solid fade, and I think the Mets are a solid fade, especially as a road favorite. So here's another one, right? Explain this to me. I mean, Rod should probably have some math for me to figure this out, but so far I can't. 38-46. All right, you take away the logos. 38-46, 18-27 on the road versus 50-35. So 15 games over 500, 23 games to the better overall, right? 24-20 at home. And they're a dog at home against them. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what the hell's going on here, man? I mean, is betting in the U.S. gone this crazy, like with all the different legalized states that have skewed the lines this badly?
Right.
I'm at a loss. I'm taking the Diamondbacks. I looked back at yesterday's show, and you're right, Chris. I said under in the Mets, in the Reds Nationals, and it was actually, it did go under, but I meant over, right? It was like.
Hey, you gave it out, and it was still right. That's all that matters.
You're rolling your eyes at me.
No, I wasn't rolling my eyes. I was just confused. But hey, you managed to get it right. That's all that matters. It's in the record books as under. So That's all that matters. But, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Diamondbacks as well here. For me, it's the lesser of two evils. Kodai Senga has played his worst baseball on the road, and Zach Davies. Well, just when I go against him after he gave up 21 runs in 3 starts, he goes and throws 6 innings against the Tampa. I think it was the Tampa Bay Rays. He threw it against, and looked pretty good doing it. So, not banking on Davies long term, but I think he can have a decent outing here against this Mets lineup that continues to disappoint. So, give me the Diamondbacks.
Rod.
And for me, I lean to the Diamondbacks 9-1 in game 1 of a series in the last 10. But I like the over as the play. Most starting pitchers are going to give up some runs early and often. In this one, you can just tell by their strikeout totals of 3.5. Definitely going to get some runs in this game. I like the over as the play here. Both teams are going to rip it up. We easily get into double digits here. Take the over.
50-35 versus 38-46.
I think that line's like that because of Davies. Davies is awful.
4-6 in their
line makers.
Starting pitching means nothing. 4-6.
No, but the line makers
means zero.
But the line makers that make the book, I think they put a little more heavy emphasis on that starting pitching when they make these lines than what we would equate the starting pitcher to. Weight wise, I think they put a little more weight on the line. That's why the line is the way it is.
How much weight? Like 10 pounds?
You look because look at the weight. They think that the Mets are starting. Senga is better than Davis, and that's why the way the line is. That's why the Mets are favored.
Chris, you want to say it or you want me to say it?
You say it.
You fucking with me? What's going on here? I don't even understand what the hell you're talking about.
I just think that boys a little more heavyweight.
I'm sitting here. I'm like,
than what they should.
This guy's messing with me, isn't he?
No, I just didn't think that's the route it was going to take. I didn't know that's where we were going with this.
I'm like, what's this? I don't even understand it. It's like, it's almost like a Bitler explanation. They want you to take this side. It's like, what are you talking about, man?
It's so calm. You want to do it or me? You do it.
I mean, we got to both. We're both thinking the same thing. You know? I mean, it's like,
just didn't know you were going to say it on the air. That's all.
Yeah, that's what I do. It's why I'm here. It's like we might get demonetized on this show, but I said it.
Speaking of weight on starting pitching, Brett Kennedy looked like he stopped at the stand on the way to the mound. Had a couple ice cream sandwiches.
They got Davies because he's whatever. It's like, what? What are you talking about? Because they believe that people are jumping. This is what I think, Rod. I go the other way. I think the reason why the line is favored towards the Mets here, number one, is they're the most public team out there, and they also have their largest TV market. So a betting state. Arizona's a betting state as well, but New York's the largest betting state. And then what you have is a Mets team that just finished beating up on the Giants at home. So people think that's going to carry over. Oh, they're going to start playing well. They have all these great players, whatever. It's just like the Cardinals. It's just like the Cardinals at home did, right, against the Yankees. They looked respectable for a couple games. No, they got their ass whipped. Right? They went to Miami. They got Contreras, right? You saw, dude. It's like celebrate your loss again, man. It's like what a jerk.
My favorite celebration bit I think that Mitch does was the Juan Soto clap. Down 10-0, you get on base.
Yeah, it is. It's like the Ezekiel Elliott first down. Down losing to the Jets.
38-3.
It's like down by 14 as a 12-point favorite against the Jets. With 2 minutes left to go in the game, he's signaling the first down. Got the Giants against the Mariners trying to recover from that last segment. Got the Giants taking on the Mariners. Looks like a bullpen game possibly for the Giants, but Keaton Wynn has gone deeper into games up against Logan Gilbert, who he was my vote for Mr. Regression this season. Chris, too.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean towards the Giants here. Um, I think Logan Gilbert is starting to regress a little bit, and Keaton Wynn wasn't bad in his last start. So yeah, I trust this Giants team. I trust the bullpen more for the Giants than I do Seattle right now. I know they are 4-6 in their last 10, but I think they can get the job done at home. This is what I'm not a premium preview by any stretch, but I lean towards the Giants here. They're coin flip price.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Giants here. Seattle got the win in the first one, and Logan Gilbert, if he's not on, he's definitely gonna. If he's not in command of them pitches, he's gonna give it up early. As we've seen a few times this season. I know he looked pretty good last time out, but for me, I'm gonna go with the Giants bounce back here. You look at the Mariners, 4-9 in the last 13 following a win, so they're not a team that putting back-to-back wins together too often this year. So give me the Giants bounce back here, get the win.
Florida Panthers just drafted an 11-year-old. What's going on with that? I'm taking the Giants. So I hated the Giants yesterday for so many reasons. On the flyback game, we talked about it all on the show. Woo going against the, pitching in his hometown, and all that kind of stuff. There's so many things going against them. They still played really well in that game. It was surprising. They just ran out of gas at the end. That's what happened. I think they bounced back today at home. Got the Tigers. It's the Tarek Skubal show. It's Detroit just in time for the fireworks of 4th of July up against J.P. Sears. Who's up? Me? No, it's gotta be Rod.
Is it me in this one? Me in this one? Well, I'm gonna go with the A's. I'm gonna fade Tarek Skubal's return for Detroit. I don't want to lay minus 170 with Tarek Skubal.
You're a Skubal guy. I mean, been a Skubal.
No, not a Skubal
last year
guy.
You're like
no.
Skubal. That's all you
Skubal.
Skubal.
Not this year. As bad as he has been, then definitely I like him here. JP Sears versus Skubal. Give me JP Sears in this one. A's get the win.
I like the A's as well. Take them here on the road. I like them in the spot. Chris?
I'm going to go with the under here. I like JP Sears as well, but I'm just still not trusting this Oakland offense to do much. Even against Tariq Skubal, he looked really good in his rehab outings. In AAA, 3 starts, 1.86 ERA. This is probably the offense you'd want to come back to if you're still making your season debut. So I think this one's going to be a bit lower scoring. I like the under here.
All right. Got the Padres and the Angels. I'll take the Angels in this one in the dog roll against Musgrove pitched pretty well last time. Otani's just, he's dialed in. I don't know. I trust neither of these teams. Padres looked good last night. I don't think they can put back-to-back wins together. So I'll take the Angels in this one. It's not one of my top plays, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'll go with the same game parlay. So I'll go with the under, and I'll go with the Angels as well for the value. There's 2 inconsistent offenses right now, but as bad as the offense has been, I still think there's quite a bit of value getting Shohei Ohtani at plus money. So give me the Angels, give me the under in this one.
And I'm going to fade Otani. I'm going to go with the Padres here. Padres 6-0 in their last 6 interleague games versus a right-handed starter. You look at the Angels in Game 2 of a series, 5-12 in the last 17. Game 2 of a series. I just like the Padres here. I think they can get to Otani. He's always public bet in this Otani spot, so I'm going to take the Padres here. They're begging you to take the Angels at that plus money. Begging you. Give me the Padres here.
They don't need to beg me all that much, that's for sure.
How often have we seen Otani at plus money in these spots, especially against the Padres? Somebody knows something. I'm going to take the Padres.
All right. Got the Guardians against the Braves. Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the Braves here. The Guardians struggling against left-handed pitching, and I know the run's not going to last forever for Atlanta, but until the team cools off against righties, got to keep backing them. Shane Bieber hasn't been at his sharpest. He had a nice start last time out against Kansas City, but prior to that, he'd given up 9 runs in the previous 2 starts. Said the Braves the best team in baseball against right-handed pitching in the last month, basically since this hot run began. So give me the Braves here, especially at the reasonable price.
Yeah, I agree. Take the Braves here. Even with Colby Allard getting the start, he looked pretty good last time out, going about four innings, and then throw it to that bullpen. Definitely trust the Braves a little more than the Guardians when it comes to scoring runs. I like the Braves team total over as well. I think we see some runs for both sides in this one. I like the over 10 too. Braves and the over.
I'm gonna lean to the Braves here. I don't love this game either. I think the Braves are not gonna, they're not gonna win them all. But I don't know. I don't want to be on the other end of it as they continue to roll. So not rushing to the window, but at the same time, not rushing to the window to bet against them either. Got the White Sox taking on the Blue Jays. That's you, Rod.
So for me in this one, I like the over. I think runs come early enough, and I opened at 9 down to 8.5. Chris Bassett and Lucas Giolito, both these stars can definitely give up some runs, and when it gets to the bullpens, they can give up a few runs as well. Enough to get us over this 8.5. I think we get 11, 12 runs in this game. Give me the over.
I like the White Sox in this one. Home, 4th of July. Should be a good fireworks show tonight at on the south side. The White Sox are pretty much known for that sort of thing, so they should have a pretty good crowd for this game. They, the White Sox invented the fireworks show after the game and all those other things. So it's just part of who they are and their identity. And I think they get it done in this spot. It's their thing. This is today, 4th of July night game. There's not a lot of night games today, and like I said, I'm sure they have the huge fireworks display. They will probably have some great band, because they have a lot of activities in Chicago for 4th of July. They had a NASCAR race through the street this week. They have concerts in the park and everything. I've seen Stevie Wonder, John Mayer, all kinds of Buddy Guy. I've seen great concerts in the park that they do for free for 4th of July in Chicago. Normally, they get that type of entertainment to sing the national anthem on 4th of July for the White Sox. So it starts early and it goes. It's just one of those things. It's kind of like that Yankees thing, where it's a tough day for an opponent to play in that spot. Got the Dodgers against the Pirates. Luis Ortiz is going to get crushed. I mean, he's going to get just woodjetted. This is just a bad day. I know yesterday, I took the Dodgers in yesterday's game too, and they're a different, kind of like the Rays. They're just a different team at home, than they are on the road, and they still have all the star players. So no reason to believe that the Dodgers aren't just going to. I mean, at first 5, Yurfee, the whole thing, pretty much the catalog on those.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dodgers as well. I think Luis Ortiz is in some trouble, like you said. I think it's just a rough outing for Ortiz and the Pirates here. I think the Dodgers clearly heads and shoulders the better team, and I think they find a way to win this one by multiple runs, 3-4 runs. I would look at an extended line maybe. So give me the Dodgers on the run line here.
Yeah, I agree. We seen it yesterday. Pirates in trouble in this series. I think they get swept in this one. When your ace comes on the mound and you lose that game, yikes! You're in trouble in this one here as well. Dodgers definitely bats are rolling, and they continue to roll here in this one. I agree. Take the -2.5, -3.5. It's gonna get ugly.
All right, time for the parlays.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Rays on the money line, Astros on the run line, and Brewers on the money line.
And for me, I'm going to go with I'm going to take the Oakland A's, San Diego Padres, and the Boston Red Sox. Parlay those three up.
I got the over in the Giants Mariners, the D-backs, and the Angels. $10 pays about $80. This is Mitch, Chris, and Rod. Have a happy, healthy, safe 4th of July. For those of you in the U.S., for those of you not in the U.S., have a happy, healthy, safe 4th of July as well. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. We'll be back tomorrow, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.